back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. I live in Louisiana, and I am so grateful that you stopped by for a visit today. So why don't you grab yourself a drink, maybe a snack, and a project to work on, and let's visit. Once again, friends, thank you for joining me at my desk. I am going to be crocheting on my duck blanket some and answering some questions and just running my mouth. That's what I'm best at. So I'm glad that you're here, and I hope you're all having a great day. I am drinking some coffee, and I haven't tasted it yet. I just sat down here with it. I was trying to let it cool just a little, but it's mint chocolate chip. And I do like mint chocolate chip ice cream. I stuck me a little birdie there on top, a little peep, chick, whatever you call them. It's the birthday cake one, I think, or just cake. I don't know. I make up my own names for things. Let me just taste it and see if it's cool enough. I taste it, and while the coffee was making, it smelled mint chocolate chip, like, filled the room. I was just like, it smells so good. All of these coffees smell so good. This is from a box that Lisa had sent me in the mail as Happy Mail. It is from Amazon. The brand is called Two Rivers, and it's just an assortment of all different flavors of coffees, and it's fun to try the different flavors without, buying like a case of a flavor and not knowing if you're going to like it. But this is really fun, trying all these different flavors, and so far they have all been delicious. Now, keep in mind, I didn't drink the pumpkin pie one because I don't like pumpkin. I probably would have had to say something bad about that one, so I'll just put that one to the side to save for my son Dakota. And there was also a coconut one that I can't drink and my son Dakota can't drink, but I put it to the side to save for my son Elijah, because he does like coconut. So, besides those two, the rest of them have been great. And this tastes like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Wow. I didn't get any coffee yesterday at all because I didn't have any creamer, and Big Daddy has some powdered creamer, the red bottle of Great Value powder from Walmart, but I just don't like that powdered creamer. I don't like it at all. So I put International Delight Sweet and Creamy, and so we have still not been to the grocery store, y'all. Like, how long can we wait? I don't know, but we did stop at Dollar General a few minutes ago, and I got a jug of milk and a bottle of creamer because I just had to have it. I just had to have that creamer because I needed my coffee. And I didn't want to miss out on my K-Cups. So, thanks again, Lisa, for that box. I am enjoying it tremendously. Okay, guys, a few days ago, or maybe yesterday, or a day before that, I don't know, there was a video where I was working on this cloud. Now, and this is what I made, was this art doll. Now, I know that not many people, oh gosh, Sassy. Not many people made it to the end of that video. A lot of people, commented on, oh, the cloud's cute, and told me ideas that I can do with the cloud. So they didn't watch the video to see that I already made something with the cloud. And also my analytics tells me that people cut off about halfway through that video because it was a super long video. I should have probably did it a part 1 and a part 2. But I was just, I don't know. I just got it out. Got the video out. Sassy's looking at me like, what are you saying to me? Sassy, I'm not talking to you. So anyway, this is what I made with that cloud. Her name is Stormy, and I'll just go ahead and explain this to you real quick, because it really did help me to make her. It helped me to get my feelings out the way I was feeling, and first off, I want to say, I have done art pieces with all my finger amputations. I don't know why I started that in the beginning, but with this very first finger here, when I started painting again, I took a canvas and I covered it in paper. I covered it in paper, like, I don't even remember what kind of paper it was. I covered it in paper and I wrote my story on that canvas. Like, I just wrote all on that canvas. I wrote my whole story, everything that happened, my feelings. I just got everything out on that canvas. And it was about a, like 11 by 14 canvas turned landscape. So I just wrote across that whole canvas. And then I took bubble wrap and painted the bubbles. And then I just put that, and I did different colors. I think I might have used like turquoise, yellow, maybe some pink or red. I don't know. But I took just pieces of bubble wrap, not any kind of like, not whole sheets, just pieces of bubble wrap. And I would paint the bubbles on there and just press it in different places. And so I covered that in that bubble wrap. You could kind of read the story, but kind of not read the story. But you could see that there was something written there. And then on one side of it, I did this whole black and white chicken. And so that piece ended up, it did go to the art museum for a little while. Well, not the art museum, but it went on an art display that someone had in a store. So I did put that piece in that. It wasn't any kind of competition or anything like that. It was just an art. It was just displayed there. It didn't even tell nothing about me. It had other art there. It wasn't like it was a special thing for me. It had other people's art there too. So there have been times where I lost a finger and I traced my hand and painted it and painted a whole background and kind of wrote something. There was one that I put, don't let what you can't do stop you from what you can do. Right? So I put that on one of the canvases with my hand traced and painted and everything. Sometimes I would just use my hands and create other things out of my hands. One time I did an embroidery piece where I traced my hands. I had more fingers than this at the time. I traced my hands and then I embroidered around my hand and then embroidered all kinds of stuff in the hands. I think this one ended up being a Chihuahua. Phoebe was in this one. So, if you go back and search my channel for fair entries, you would come across that that embroidery piece and probably some of my other pieces too. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know that I even have those to take a picture of them. And they're not on this phone because that was many, many phones ago. So I don't even know where those pictures would be. And I'm not up to going and searching, to be honest. So anyway, so I've done art pieces for each finger and that helps me get my feelings out and just, process what has happened and all that kind of stuff. And so that's what I did with Stormy. This just came to me that I wanted to make this doll. And so the concept behind her is her name is Stormy because she is going through a storm that is unbelievable. And I did cut her fingers off. If you didn't watch the video, you probably didn't see me using these using those fingers, and she wouldn't be still. I cut all her fingers off on this hand, and on this hand she has a thumb and a pinky. So I did use the snips and cut her finger off and was careful not to cut any more of mine off in the process. But Stormy is sad. She is sad because of the situation that she is in and the things that she's going through. She is sad about that. She's not happy about it at all. Although she is smiling because she knows that she can't just sit around and be sad. So she is smiling and she's pushing through. She's making herself do the things that she needs to do to carry on with her life, right? And so she's sad about it, but she's not going to just waller in it and just be sad all the time. There's going to be moments. There has to be. I mean, when your hands are like this, there has to be moments where you're frustrated, upset that you can't do something, or, you know, whatever. There's going to be moments. But for the most part, she is going to push through with all her might and do all that she can. And so that's what Stormy represents to me, the storm that I'm going through. But yet she's smiling because she knows she's got to push forward and live the best life that she can live. And try not to focus on the things that she can't do, but focus on the things that she can do. So I know a lot of people did not see that part of the video, and so I just wanted to put this at the beginning of the video and explain this about Stormy. I love her. I love the way she turned out. She has a big old bow on her head because she's a little gaudy, because she's older, and older women are gaudies. As Big Daddy says. So she's just like all the things, you know. She has some earrings and some raindrops hanging down from the storm cloud. Come on. It's time for you to get down. No. Come on. Yo. When I said it's time for you to get down, I was pulling her down. Phoebe jumped down off of her bench to come and run her off. Sassy will be back in a few minutes. Phoebe don't hurt her or anything. Anyway, she has these raindrops hanging down, and I just love her. I love the way she turned out, and I just can't stop staring at her. I put her in the dining room for a little bit and took some photos of her, but I just really love her, and I'm happy with the way she turned out. And I'm going to make another doll in similar format, but it won't be a cloud, and it's not even going to be the rainbow. I was thinking about doing a rainbow one or a sun, but not yet. I have something else I want to do, so I'm going to be doing another art doll like this, and maybe even some more in this form. But I just wanted to share that because I know a lot of people did not see the last part of that video according to my analytics. So there you go. That's Stormy. And so Stormy is just gonna sit over here. Let me see if I can set her somewhere. I could put her up here, but then Sassy's gonna think that she's part of her. Oh no, I'm just gonna put her there for now. No, she's blocking my screen. Okay, so I just wanted to share that about Stormy because she's a special piece to me. I tell you what, I feel a lot better since I've done her and made her and just got my feelings out. I just feel a lot better. And I think that has been true in the past when I've done art pieces, according to my hand, after hand surgery, finger amputations rather. Hold on, let me drink this mint chocolate chip. I started to say ice cream, but it's not ice cream. So I am crocheting on this duck blanket. Let me see. I don't know what it's at yet, but let's find out. I have a tape measure. I think I still have a good ways to go on it. I definitely want to use all this up, and then I will remeasure it then to see, but that surely will go around a few more times. And then I'll see where it's at, and hopefully it'll be a good enough size. But I think I have another one of those if I want to make it bigger. But I want to make it big enough that they can use it for a while. Okay, we're at like 26.5 inches. And I think a lot of you guys said 36 inches by 36 is a good size for a baby blanket. So, shooting for that. but it might go bigger. I don't know. I'm just crocheting, okay? I just got to crochet it. And then you're probably like, what? Did she say that's a duck? It is going to be. That's a mallard head with the ring around the head and then some brown. And that's just a camouflage blanket. This weekend, I may try crocheting the things for this. I am being careful with my hand, though. Let me see. I don't want to, like... It looks the same. It doesn't look any different. But this flap right here, I don't want to do anything to make that flap come open. Okay, I'm going to be very careful with that. Because I need that flap to stay down. And not come open. So far, that has never happened to any of my finger surgeries. But I know that's a possibility with any surgery where they've used stitches and then take the stitches out. And it might come undone, you know. But I'm being very careful with that. And it's healing up so good. It's even starting to peel. And that's what happens too as it's healing. It was itching with those stitches in there. And that meant it was time for them to come out because it was healing. So it's doing really good. You know, they're as good as I can expect as all my other fingers. I never had any issues with them healing or anything like that. So, as I get to crocheting on this, I thought we would just chat. I do want to tell y'all this. No, sassy. No. I did want to tell y'all this. Last night, in yesterday's video, I mentioned that I was going to watch Little People, Big World while I crocheted. Well, I did watch that, but that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say the 7 Little Johnsons. Season 14 of the 7 Little Johnsons just came out, and so that's what I was excited to go and watch, and it was not a disappointment at all. It was so hilarious, so good. I loved that family. I just love watching them. I love Trent and Amber, I love them and their family, and they're a fun family. So I watched it last night, and as soon as I finished watching it, I called Angela, and we had a good laugh, because there were some things that she didn't want to spoil and tell me that was in that, but oh gosh. Do any of you watch the 7 Little Johnsons? Come on, you can tell me. You don't have to be embarrassed. Trent is a crack up, and those kids, Anna cracks me and Angela up too. We love that. Anyway. But I did go and watch Little People, Big World also. It just wasn't that exciting. It wasn't anything funny in it, and it wasn't that great. I think that show might have run its course already, and I hate that for them. I hate that. But I know that Tori and Zach are not going to be on the next season, if there is even a next season. Like, how could there even be a next season? What would we watch? Amy and Chris and Matt and Karen? Do what? I don't know. I just don't see that there being a next season if Tori and Zach are not going to be on there. Because, honestly, I watch it to see their little kids. They are adorable. That Jackson is the cutest thing ever. Smart little boy. So smart. But anyway, yeah. Oh, and I finally did make a spreadsheet. I think I mentioned this somewhere. What I did was just took I took my notebook. I got a new notebook. And I just made a 2-page spread and wrote down the different things that we have, the streaming services that we all have collectively. And I'll just go ahead and tell you what I'm watching. I know some people like to know that. And if you don't, you can just fast forward a little bit. Netflix, I'm not watching anything currently on there. I mean, at night when I get in the bed, I do put on, here lately, I've been putting on Monk. And I'll watch a couple episodes of Monk as I'm falling asleep. And then Netflix will come on there and say, "Are you still here?" And if I don't click the thing, then it'll just go ahead and turn itself off. So anyway, and I've watched Monk, the whole series, every season, every episode, like plenty of times. So I always put on something that I don't mind falling asleep to, because if I put it on something like new, I'm going to make myself stay awake to watch it, because I don't want to miss anything. But if I put it on something I've seen a bunch of times, like Monk, I still enjoy the show, but I'm not scared to fall asleep. I'm not scared I'm going to miss something if I fall asleep. So there, that's why I do that. Oh, cat, you drive me crazy. Okay, she jumped up and she's getting behind my screens, which makes me nervous. She's done went all the way down here. But I will be fixing that soon, so she can't do that anymore. She's all the way down this last screen. She's looking at me under the screen. Such a booger. Okay, so on Prime, I still haven't went back and watched all of the second season of Reacher. The first season was really, really good. I couldn't get into the second season. I'm having that issue a lot lately. It's not the show, it's me. But, and then also Queen Latifah's with the Equalizer. I gotta go back and watch some more of that. And let's see, what else am I watching? On Paramount Plus, Tracker. Now, a new episode did not come on this Sunday for Tracker or for something else on HBO. Young Sheldon, Bob Abishola, The Neighborhood. I can't read my writing. Oh, FBI. And there's a lot of different FBIs on there, but I think I'm watching the original one. There seems to be a lot on there. And then there's season 21 out of NCIS. So I've started watching that. Yeah, season 21. And then something I want to watch, okay, there's a new show come out, Lisbeth, Elsbeth. I watched episode 1 of that, and it seems like it would be good. She's kind of solving murders, mysteries, you know, she solves murders. And so it was pretty cute. It was a pretty cute show, so I will be watching more of that. It's brand new. I think there's only 1 episode out so far, but I'm not sure what day of the week it comes out, so it could be out by now. Another episode. But, and then I've seen commercials or ads or something for So Help Me Todd. Now, I've never watched that, but I put it on my list to go check it out. So if anybody does watch that, tell me, is it, you know, if you've seen that, So Help Me Todd, is it worth watching? Let me know. And then HBO, I'm watching True Detective, but again, a new episode did not come out this past Sunday night, so I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what was going on. Something must have been going on for episodes not to come out. Because a little bug, flying bug. Let's see. I think that's all I'm currently watching on HBO. But on Hulu, I'm watching Bob's Burgers. That is just so silly. And that's something I can watch that I don't have to pay that much attention to. It's hilarious all on its own. It is hilarious, and it just takes my mind off everything else that I got going on. You know, it just gives me something to laugh at. As someone else said in a comment, that they're a dysfunctional family. Yes, they are. Aren't we all? I'm dysfunctional in my own way. So anyway, I enjoy watching that. It's an adult cartoon. It's not a kid's show. And Will Trent, I haven't went back and watched. I watched episode 1 twice. I watched episode 2 once, and part of 3. I haven't went back. I got to go back and watch episode 2 to know what happened, because I was not paying attention. So I'm not caught up on Will Trent just yet, but I'll get there. I don't know why when I get close to these corners, it just gets more difficult for this, but I'm trying. Oh. Okay, and then on Peacock, I'm watching Law and Order SVU. It's the 25th season of that. And Resident Alien is also on, I think it's on Peacock, but it's also on Netflix. So if season 3, is it season 3? If it's not on Netflix, it might be on Peacock. If you're watching that's hilarious too. It's just funny. I love that he learned about humans by watching Law and Order. Like that was so funny to me. And then Law and Order, you know how it does that little music, like dun 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 or something. I can't do it, but he does that, or that plays. Oh, let's see what else on Peacock. We also watched Found. I watched Found on Peacock. I tell you something I really did enjoy on Peacock was Wolf Like Me. And I think I did mention that before. Did anyone try that out? What did you think about it? I just found it real interesting, and I'll be glad when a new season of that does come out. Season 2 recently came out, so it'll be a while before season 3 does. But I enjoyed it. I really did. And let's see. On Hulu, we're also watching Alert. I think the second season of that just came out. So, season 1 was very interesting. So, I have high hopes for season 2 of Alert. And then on Fahlo, that's a streaming place where you can watch a bunch of different channels. And I think it is kind of pricey. But, we're watching The Way Home, Little People Big World, The 7 Little Johnsons, and then also we can watch Sister Wives on there whenever a new season of that comes out. And Plathville and Outdaughtered. We always watch for those. Me and Angela do. So anyway, that's a little recap there of what I am watching at the moment, I think. And if you have suggestions, I'll be glad to look at them. I like murder mysteries, cop shows, detectives, where they're solving a murder. And I've watched, NCIS is one of my favorites. Criminal Minds, Longmire, anything where they're like solving something. I've probably already watched it, but there's could be something I've missed. So yeah, tell me what you got. What are you watching? Do you have like certain things that you're watching? Like this comes out on Sunday night, this comes out on Tuesday night, the new episode or whatever. I don't know. Let's see. I gotta do a... I don't know why the corners and next to the corners are the hardest ones for me. But I'm getting them. I'm getting them. Getting it done. Here we go. Alright, so that's that. Switch notebooks here again. Someone was talking about blending foods and stuff like that. Okay, I'm just going to say this real briefly. We do fruit smoothies and stuff like that. I mean, when we have the stuff, you know, it's in season and it's not like overly priced. We do buy the stuff. I do buy frozen strawberries and bananas also. And when Big Daddy feels like it, he will make me a smoothie. Now that's not all the time, you know, because he has issues. He works. He comes in and he's only got a limited time to do things for me at night, and he does enough already, honestly. And there's times where I really need something done, but I don't ask him because I know his knees are hurting. I know he had a stressful day at work and he's, you know, just done for the day. So there's times I don't ask him to do things for me, even though I kind of need them done. But, so at times we do fruit smoothies, but it's not like an all the time thing. It's just when we have the fruit and, he feels like making them. And then, I think my yarn kind of split. I have not checked into the prosthetics yet. I'm still trying to just wrap my mind around, do I want to put out a video on it by itself? Do I want to just put out a short video or a video explaining what I need, and then seeing if people in my area, northeast Louisiana, will share it? Or, I mean, I'm trying to just wrap my brain around how best to go about this. How do I get the word out that I need someone local? I cannot travel, so it has to be someone local, that a college or someone that wants to take this on as a hobby or something, you know, to that effect. I have to think about things before I do them. I have to think about how I'm going to word it. You know, what am I actually asking for? You know, kind of what do I expect? And, you know, I got to think about it before I put it out. But that's still, I'm rolling that around in my head. And I just need to get all the, you know, make sure I get all the points that I want to get across in the video. And then I gotta decide, is it a video or is it a shorts video or what? You know, gotta decide that too. So I may have a video come out that is not really directed to you guys, but I mean, you can watch it, but it may be more directed to searching for someone in my town or across North Louisiana. I can't really go much further than that, because for somebody to help me do this, you know, to work on this project or whatever, I'd probably have to see them multiple times to try on and, you know, let them take measurements, try on, and just make adjustments and things like that. So it's not, would not be able to like travel places multiple times to do that, unless it's here locally or across the top of Louisiana. So that's why I need to be careful about what I do say and what I am looking for, because I'm not going to Chicago and, you know, anywhere crazy. It has to be a driving distance for a day. And it would just be easier on me if it was across the north top of Louisiana. And someone asked about Big Daddy's getting his knees replaced. I don't know. He went to a knee doctor a while back. He went out on his own. He didn't listen to my advice. And so he knows best. And you know what? I'm not in it. I'm not in it. He didn't get very good results from a doctor, so to listen to me. And does he think about, and I'm not being mean, I'm really not, but if somebody don't want your advice, you can't give it to them, right? And so, and I'm the same way. You know, I might not take someone's advice, and then that's on me. And so, anyway, I shouldn't have even said that because it sounded kind of ugly, but I didn't mean it ugly. I just meant that he knew better than what I knew, and he did what he wanted to do, and he's not going back and doing, you know, what I suggested. After that didn't work out, you would think he would be like, okay, well, tell me about that. What do I need to do? How do I go about that? We've been in Dr. Taylor's office multiple times lately. Well, you know, 3 times here recently. He could have spoke up and asked Dr. Taylor something, but did he? No. And I'm not his mommy. He's a grown man, so I sympathize with him. I do. That sounded really cold and cold-hearted, but it's not. It's not. I sympathize with him, but I also know he's not going to do anything I say to do. He's not going to take my suggestions or whatever. That's just the way he is. So he's got to do it on his own. Men are like that sometimes, you know. Sometimes you cannot make a man go to the doctor. You can put them in the vehicle and drive them up there, but that don't mean they're going to get out the car. Right? So, yeah. Yes, we have not went and got groceries yet, and several people mentioned, you know, like Walmart delivers. They don't deliver to my house. I live a long ways out, okay? I'm not in town. I'm not even at the edge of town. We are like 30 minutes out of town once you get to the edge. You know, I mean, we're not in town. They do not deliver to my address. Believe me, I checked on it because that would have been a blessing for us, and they do not. So I wish that they did, but they don't. And we do have a little wagon that if I doing something, I put what I need and pull it to the house. Big Daddy thinks that's a hindrance. It's too much trouble to get the wagon, even though it's just sitting right there to put stuff in and pull it to the house. To, you know, sometimes men like to do things the hard way, and I don't mean to be harping on him tonight. I really don't. These things just came back to back. Y'all know I love that man dearly, and I don't mean to be like saying things about him, but you know, men are stubborn. They have to do things their own way. And so he prefers to make trips back and forth. And even with the wagon, he'd have to make trips back and forth. He wouldn't be able to get everything in a wagon. But I do have a wagon in the car, and that folds up. And I also have Dakota's wagon that he got for his first birthday. It's a Little Tykes wagon. It's right out here, normally somewhere in front of the house, under the porch. It's usually right out here somewhere, easy access. And so if I'm getting something out of the car, I'll use that wagon. Or, you know, if I'm able to get the mail, I use that wagon to put anything in and pull back up to the house. But, you know, we all do things differently. And somebody mentioned candy stripers. I know schools do not have candy stripers. They didn't even have that when I was in school. And I don't believe hospitals do any longer. Angela and I were candy stripers when we were like in junior high. Oh, we thought we were the bomb. Okay. We did all kinds of crazy stuff in that hospital. If we had ever got caught doing the crazy stuff we done, we would have got thrown out of that hospital and we would still be banned from it, okay? We did crazy stuff. I'd always page her to the morgue. That poor operator lady. The first time she did it, she said her name to the morgue. From then on, I think somebody got on to her. From then on, she would say her name and say, call the operator. And so that wasn't any fun anymore. So I didn't do that one again. We had so much fun running that hospital. We worked with some older ladies, and they didn't have no idea all the crazy stuff we were doing behind the scenes. But that was fun. But no, even if there was candy stripers, they're not going to come out to my house. Unless they're getting paid a lot of money, because we live far out. You know, it's not like, oh, let me just run over here for a minute. We do live a ways out of town. And that's why I was trying to find somebody in my community. And I was trying to find somebody in my community, but at the same time, it needs to be somebody is somebody that I know, because there's so many meth heads out here, crackheads. You want to be careful who you end up, allowing in your home. And so but I didn't get any hits anyway. The meth heads didn't even hit on that, okay? I didn't get any hits from meth or crackheads either. But there's 2 churches right here, and I did inquire from them. They're just like right here by my house. And I was told that they don't have anyone like that everyone in their church is elderly. And we're members of one of the churches, so anyway. So anyway, it does need to be someone who's, not a nurse, not an LPN, not even like a CNA, because they're going to expect that kind of pay. I was looking for someone who we can afford to pay and still, afford to live. It can't be someone who's expecting to be paid more than what Big Daddy makes, right? And nurses do make more than what Big Daddy makes. And it's not that big. It's not that it's a hard thing, such as my feeding tube or just helping me do other things. I can tell somebody exactly what to do with my feeding tube, and they can, then they can do it. I mean, I'm right there. I'm able to talk. I can tell them how to do it and what we need to do. And okay, we'll do this, put this syringe in, now unlock it, and then push the syringe through and lock it before we take the syringe off. I mean, I can tell somebody all this. They don't have to have an medical education to do that. Anyway, so, yeah. So I do want to say this. I just had to block someone from my channel, and I'm just not going to let someone I'm not going to let someone talk like that to me. I'm not going to let someone blame me for my illnesses. I've dealt with this for a very long time, and if you do not deal with chronic illness and sickness and stuff like that, then you just don't know. You don't know what a hardship it is every day to do all the things. You just don't know. And you're kind of clueless. Even if and she didn't say she was a nurse or anything like that, but even if you are in the medical field, it's different from being a nurse than being a patient, okay? And she didn't say she was a nurse, though, but I'm just saying, you just don't have a clue unless you are experiencing it yourself. And I have been to so many doctors, so we've, traveled and been to doctors with no help, and it was just like a waste of money and a waste of time, a waste of Big Daddy taking off work, because you're on all the meds. I mean, they look at you, all that, and then they're like, well, you're already taking all the medications that I would recommend. So if you go to like 3 doctors, travel, I'm saying you spent money, you traveled out of town, even to New Orleans from top of Louisiana, and you go to these doctors who are specialists, rheumatologists, and they're specialists, and they specialize in this. And then they say, well, you're already taking all the medications I would recommend. Okay. You just can't keep doing that and getting no results. You can't keep spending money that you don't have and still not get anything different, to find out you're doing everything right. You're doing everything right. So, and I take a boatload of medications and also some supplements. I take a boatload of that already. And so this person actually said to me, I hate that you won't do anything. Wait, how did she word that? I hate that you won't do anything to help your health. What the hell? I'm serious? Like, what? No. You are not in my shoes. You are not in my bank account. You don't know everything I've tried. You don't even know me. I mean, for real. And to say that, no. You don't know all the doctors I've been to. You don't know everything I've done. We have done. Yeah. So I did delete her comments, and she left several. And she's been on my channel for a long time. And I'm glad that I know how she feels now, because I did delete her. And that's one thing that I hate seeing people do, is blame the patient for being sick. Honey, nobody would choose this. Oh my gosh, you think people would choose? The mosquitoes and gnats are all out. Oh, it's flying around. Anyway, yeah, that hit me the wrong way, straight up the wrong way. And Big Daddy too, because we have done all the things. I've taken all types of medications, and yeah, I'm not going to take something just because somebody says, oh, you need to take this. Well, where'd you get your degree? How many lives have you saved with that? Give me some background there. I don't know. How many, this is a cure-all for everything. And so how many people have you cured with cancer? And why is there people who still have cancer? That really irks me, okay? She hit a nerve in me. But I see people blaming patients all the time. And trust me, that is horrible. That is horrible, because I know what it's like to live with chronic issues, and then somebody sit there and tell you it's your fault. And whether they're telling you from a medical or a religious standpoint, I've heard people to tell me that it's my fault I'm sick because I don't have enough faith to be healed. Well, the Bible says you only need faith the size of a mustard seed. Do you know how tiny that is? My faith is a lot bigger than a little bitty mustard seed. So yeah, I've had people to say things, and you know what? I don't need that in my life. My life is hard enough. It is hard enough, trust me. So there. But I did delete her, and I did delete her comments because, yeah, she said, I hate that you won't try things. I can't think of the last part of that. For your health or something like that. Honey, I've tried so many darn things. You can't suggest nothing. You really can't. And to suggest that someone travel 1,000,000 miles away from their home, yeah. Where do I look for, you sending that plane ticket or what? I'll be watching for that plane ticket that you're sending for that. You just can't tell people that this is what they have to do, and if they don't do it, then they don't care about their health and stuff like that, because you're not in their bank account. You're not in their situation. You don't know if they can travel. So anyway, I waited till the end to say that, but I don't want to end on that. But I did want to say that, that's so hurtful when people do that. So don't do that to people. Don't do that. Have compassion and understanding that people are doing their best. I'm doing my best, okay? That coffee is so good. I'm doing my best. And we have done all the things. So, anyway, we have already sprang forward. It is about to be spring. Do you have plans for this spring? Like, what's your plans? What do you plan on doing? We do plan to go see Elijah at some point. Just for a weekend, like an overnight thing. And then we had to get back home because we have pets, and Dakota has pets and jobs. So, but what else do you have planned? What do you have planned for this spring? Are you going on trips or anything like that? We haven't went on a vacation in many, many, many years. I think the last time we actually went on vacation was when Dakota graduated high school. That's the last vacation we took. And we just hadn't. We just haven't been able to do that. This blanket is coming around. I've started another row. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm crocheting on this, as I talk with you guys. I crochet on it. I crochet on this whenever when I sit down here to watch something. I pick this up and crochet a little on it, and I just trying to, get it done. Sometimes it feels like it's a really, really slow go, and sometimes I get in a rhythm and I'm like, oh yeah, this is going great. But I am thankful that I am able to crochet. I mean, I thank the Lord that I can still do this. So grateful for that. Anyway, guys, please forgive me for, getting on that little soapbox there. But I did want to get that out, that I'm just not going to allow anyone to come on my channel and blame me for my health issues. Yeah, I ain't always took care of myself. And people will say, well, if you quit eating sugar. Okay, there are tons of people in America who eat sugar and have not lost their fingers. Sugar has nothing to do with my Raynaud's, really and truly. But, I know sugar is not wonderful for you. I know that. I can read. I don't need you to tell me that. But I also know that I have very little happiness. I have very little happiness. And if a peep floating in my coffee, it makes me happy, then guess what? I got a peep floating in my coffee. I'm very limited on things I can eat. And so, yeah, I can eat ice cream sometimes. Sometimes it won't even go down my esophagus. But sometimes it does, and I eat it. Because you know what? I'm freaking hungry. I'm hungry. And if eating some ice cream is going to help me, by God, I'm going to eat that ice cream, okay? Sometimes I can eat pudding. Yeah, it's got sugar in it. I don't eat sugar-free because I can't stand aspartame. I can't stand aspartame, so I don't eat sugar-free. I know they make it. When I buy it, I'm just like, ugh, I made a mistake. Big Daddy eats it because he does eat sugar-free stuff. He, obviously, he eats aspartame and I don't. I drink sweet tea. It has sugar in it. I hate unsweet tea. That would be a miserable, miserable life for me if I couldn't have sweet tea. So, you know, I'm not going to live forever. I don't want to live forever. I don't expect to live forever. But by golly, I'm going to enjoy my life while I'm here. And if sweet tea is something I enjoy, then I'm going to enjoy it, okay? None of us know when our last day is. And I don't know when my last day is, but I just know that my days are probably numbered because of my health situations, not because I drink sweet tea. Okay? I hate it when people start doing that crap. Anyway, I'm going to have to unravel my knot here. There's a big knot right here. So, anyway, guys, I know I got on a soapbox there twice, and I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to jump up on that box again. It just happened. But, yeah. What are you guys working on? What you been crocheting on? What kind of projects do you have going on? Ugh, sassy. And I'm going to let you all get going because it is an hour. And I know sometimes these videos can get really, really long. And my blanket's falling off the table here. Because somebody else is taking up the whole table, the whole desk. But I will see you all in the next video. I hope you have a great day. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet. I love you guys, and I do appreciate you. I appreciate all of you who are here to encourage me and just to, you know, pray for me and cheer me on. And that just means the world to me. It means a lot to me, and I'm thankful that we have connected in this huge world. It's amazing, you know, I've connected with all you guys from all over the place, not just in Louisiana, but from all the states and across the pond and everywhere else. So I'm very thankful for that. You guys are so sweet and so supportive. It just means the world to me. It really, really does. So I'm going to let you all get going. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet or do any other craft that you enjoy. But I'm going to sit here and crochet for a little bit on this while this video is uploading. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends. Love you all.